Can I please do that intro?
No, it's
Please.
my thing.
I'm banning you from the server right now.
No, I'd rather
Ban
you
Yug.
not.
Mace is gonna die again. I mean, sorry, Tyler. Mace never died.
Leon's gonna
Leon.
die.
Leon's gonna die.
No, Leon! Not again! You don't have an owl anymore, he died! I know.
Remember when you thought that your owl would save you?
Yeah, I thought he was stronger. I thought he was like a magical owl.
Nah,
Penguin. But here we are, my little freaking owl. I don't remember his name. It's not important. He's dead.
His name was Owl.
didn't we like sacrifice her?
Yep,
Mm,
with all my belongings.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
In Leon's will or something.
He put in his will to kill his owl?
Earn everything because he.
Oh. You know, honestly, character development, I think.
That the owl wouldn't save him.
Oh.
Dark! Dark! Oh gosh. Okay. Hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's session of the Flames of
Hey guys,
Chaos.
I'm Mr. Pogo Stick.
Alright, Tyler, I'm setting your house on fire.
Oh!
Location is
Be
Sorry,
prepared for
continue.
dark
I
party, guess.
actually apologize, but not sincerely.
Okay, I'm actually gonna do the intro now, so when I go back and edit this video and trim it, this is gonna be the actual story. 3, please
Okay.
please don't talk, please, thank you. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Flames of Chaos. Today, we will be playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, as we usually do, but we resume the session in Avian City. Do we have any announcements? This is gonna be kind of a short.
We saw Yasha and Ford.
Right. We'll get to the thing. Please sponsor us, whoever wants to. Then I can give you a little bit in the beginning of our episodes, like anyone would actually consider doing that. Anyway,
I'll sponsor you.
If Rachel
So-
sponsored you, you'd give them their firstborn child.
I did say that. I did in fact say that. Welcome to the stream. If you guys want to leave a like, that would help me because that pushes my content to other people. That being said, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming and watching the stream, especially Pippin. Shout out to Pippin. And Jarlock if he's in the stream right now, but I don't see him yet. But yeah, we're gonna be playing some more of the campaign. Last time, I was rewatching the VOD of last episode, and the recap was really slow and messy. So I apologize. I'm gonna try to be fast. Last session, we began in Opalbrook, and after some decisions, the party decided to leave to the direction of Avian City, the city of progress, to meet with Professor Willen at the University of Veyron to get some more information about the Arachnine. This was also a point of just kind of a session of travel, mainly, but also some good roleplay happened, and I want to hats off to you guys. I really appreciated that. That was really awesome. Let's continue to have that energy and that momentum, if you will. That being said, we crossed the border from the region of Zalmoron into the region of Alvora, which is the northern part of the continent of Terran. If you see on the stream, on the top little half, there should be a scrolling map. The northern half of this continent, which is named Terran, is where this session is going to be taking place, more specifically in Avian City. You guys arrived in Avian City. After talking with Jester, you guys learned that Yasha and Ford might be there at the time. But not a full confirmation either. You guys got there with your cart and paid a valet to take your cart off closer into the central city, and you guys walked into the area of the university grounds, the campus, if you will, and noticed Yasha and Ford standing next to a woman with white hair and a black cat on their shoulder.
Old lady.
That is where we're gonna resume this session.
Yo.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Oh, you said the thing. You said
I'm not even gonna ask what that was.
Tyler's now being a. Anyways,
Up to them.
did we end the last session like with us seeing Yasha and Ford?
Indeed. There. So you guys are. So I sent the map to the Discord. If you would like to check that out, you may. On the map, it should have a label for the university, and if you look at the university, there's the little diagonal rectangle piece. That is where you guys are located. That's like main university campus, and then there's a little kind of a castle that kind of pokes out on the peak of the rock. So you guys are kind of in the center circle area after crossing a few stone bridges, and this is a very busy hour. It's an in-between period, and crowds of students of all races and species are getting from place to place. It's about midday, I think. I'm not sure. I'll say midday. It is very humid. This is a very humid part of the land, as this is quite adjacent to the water. What would you guys like to do?
Sorry. So, I guess explain the area around us.
Explore? Because you guys are right near Yasha and Ford. That is where you picked up.
Okay. Well, I might say.
Okay. You could start walking forward.
All right.
I'm asking. So yeah.
I don't know about everybody else.
I will also
Yeah,
walk.
me
forward.
too.
Okay.
We're making great
Welcome to
progress.
the game, everybody.
I wait like 5 seconds, and then I go, oh, we're doing this now.
That's at that moment that Jester, you guys decide to start walking forward, and Jester's already on her way, and she taps Yasha on the shoulder, and she turns, and Yasha's kind of taken aback and says, "What are you guys doing here?" and gives Jester a big hug.
What?
And
We're just here for some information.
Ford is talking to the woman with the white hair. The woman with the white hair and red top turns in that direction. She seems really young, about a little younger than Yasha, really. And this black hat on her shoulder has a very smug face on it, almost bright yellow eyes that seem to be glowing and bringing the attention and emphasizing.
Okay.
Its tail just kind of sways behind her back, and Yasha's attention has been turned towards you, but Ford and this woman were in the middle of a conversation as you approach them, and they just kind of pause and they look at you guys, and Ford says, "Oh my gosh, what are you guys doing here?"
We were just here to get some information. You two as well, I suppose.
Jester comes over and hugs Ford, and they kind of just talk a little bit off to the side. Yasha turns and says, "What kind of information are you looking for?"
Dyer looks around to see leans over Yasha's ear to whisper, saying, and he says about the Arachnine.
They look at each other. The what now?
Arachnine. I'm not sure if you know them.
Arachnid, but he substitutes with a 9. So. 'Cause
Visible
spiders
confusion.
have 8 legs, but they have 9. So Iraq 9.
Visible confusion. Yasha just kind of blinks and says, well, whatever. I'm so glad to see you guys. We are in the middle of about to approach one of the professors here. So we can't super socialize right now, but you can come to our place as soon as we're done.
What was the professor you're gonna meet with?
Oh, Veyron, actually.
Hold up.
He's the dean. He's the dean and leader of this university.
Can I go
Alright.
with you?
Well, it's kind of a private meeting. In fact, Cora, and she turns to the woman with the white hair.
Let's pop it.
Sorry, where are my manners? Cora, these are my friends. We met a while ago. And Cora kind of just smirks a little bit, and it's like, well, I'm not really sure what to make of you fellows. And specifically looking at the diversity of your group. A tiefling, a dragonborn, a half-elf, and an Aasimar. Just kind
Two
of...
tieflings, actually.
Oh, two
A bunch of
tieflings, you're right.
degenerates. A bunch of degenerates that decide to party up and explore the world.
Aren't we all degenerates? And Cora comes over to you, Dyer, and holds out her hand to shake.
Dyer accepts it.
From 5.
She shakes your hand. What is your name?
Dyer?
Nice to meet you, Dyer. And what is your names?
I'm
My name is
Mel.
Aria.
And you?
I shake her hand.
No response? You don't say anything?
I try to shake her hand.
Okay, she shakes it.
Okay.
She looks at Sakura. What happened to you?
She's a bit down in the dumps lately. She lost her cat. We can't find him anywhere.
Her face goes pale. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I'm really sorry.
It's okay, I know I look.
I had no idea. She's like, her face is like red.
It's okay. No.
Um,
Her name is Sakura.
Nice to meet you, Sakura. I'm so sorry to hear about that. I have lost a cat before. I know what that's like.
Inside?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
My notes are so unorganized. I just went to NPCs and went to a random person out. This is so unorganized.
1-1. 11.
11. She's telling the truth. She seems sincere to you. Genuine, but you can tell that there's more to the story than just losing her cat. That makes sense.
So, how did you meet Yasha and Ford?
Well, first of all, I should properly introduce myself. I'm Cora. I have been studying here under, about under 6 months now. However, I've lived in Avian City my whole life. I think... I can't quite remember, but me and Yasha just bumped into each other at one point or another. And, we just instantly clicked. That kind of thing. I don't think we share any classes, though, do we? And Yasha says, I'm not fully enrolled here quite yet, but, I plan to. But for now, I'm looking for someone in particular. And I'm hoping that the dean of the school could help me there. And Ford's face kind of goes, he kind of dozes off, almost. Looks off into the distance. Not like anime character, not like that, but like distracted by a thought. You very clearly see that Yasha and Ford are not on a quest, but more accurately, they have a mission, a job. They have something to do, and they're gonna get it done. What would you guys like to do?
I turn over to Yasha and I say, where should we meet you? I would like to discuss something with you, if that would be all right.
She like feels around in her pockets. She sets down her bag. She opens it. There's inside. She like lifts up Rose, the red panda, and lightly sets it down, and pulls out a little, almost like post-it note sized, but like just a paper, of some sort, and hands it to you and says, "That's my address."
All right, thank you. Dyer like goes and pulls out like a bamboo stick, like kind of breaks it in half and just hands one to Rose.
Still sleeping, but it just
Ah,
kind
you
of
did say it
rolls
was
and
quick.
it like rolls and like kind of like bumps into her, and then kind of just comes to a stasis.
Ah, you never said it was a
Apologies,
thought the panda was awake.
but Yasha nods in gratitude to you, Dyer, and sets Rose back into the bag. And you can see that there are like little chew holes in it, and then artificial holes for airflow.
Artificial air holes.
It's at that moment that what the hell is that? And you hear that from a student from behind you, and a guard comes rushing to you guys and panting, "Is that your bear?"
Oh yeah, forgot about him.
Oh,
He's panting. Trinket is growling at a few Aarakocra soldiers escorting the cart.
Oh dear.
Is that your bear?
Trinket, stop it! You are being very bad right now.
You
Up right
so
now.
so you go over there. It's like 30-40 feet away, Arya.
Oh.
He's like pointing off in the
I'm so
distance.
sorry.
It's fine. I need you to figure him out.
Yes, I will go take care of him right now.
Okay,
Like,
so
go-
okay. Trinket is growling like a dog at the soldiers, and they kind of have their spears out.
Honestly, I don't know
Trinket,
how.
what the heck are you? Go over here.
It
Come
turns to
here,
you. It turns to you and like kind of stops growling a little bit, and then it kind of like almost tail between its legs, but it's a little nub, so it just goes down. Kind of hops off and immediately as it hops like one leg down and the other leg down, and gets his body off of it, the cart almost like launches up a bit. Boom, and you hear a few wood splinters kind of on the cart from the severe weight.
Oh great.
And it comes up to you, and the soldier says, he's like catching his breath. He's like, "You need to figure this out, but you cannot have that here.
Okay.
Would you like to rent an apartment, or I don't even know what." He turns to one of the other soldiers and says, where would they even put this thing?" And Trinket just kind of like glares almost at being referred to as a thing.
He walks up to the guard, like it's not a thing. Get that right. It's a living creature, so it has a gender for one thing, and second of all, it's actually well mannered. So sure, he was growling
I
at
don't
you,
know
but it's
what he
because he
was
did. But I think it's just he was growling at you. He wakes up in a cart, in a stable or wherever, and without Arya nearby. All right.
Yeah, I
Arya,
think he's just overwhelmed right now.
If he's domesticated, that's fine, but he cannot be near the townsfolk. Is that okay?
Yep, that's completely fine.
Are we
Okay.
clear?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cora,
I'm so sorry about
Cora, Ford, and Yasha finally catch up to the group, and they're like, and Ford goes, "Why did I think you got rid of this thing?"
that. How dare!
He,
I love Trinket.
and his face goes like, he's like, "Oh, apologies, I didn't mean it like that." And Yasha goes and kind of cups Trinket's snout in her hands, and big slobbery lick.
Did you
Um,
forget that part, Yasha?
Cora is just dumbfounded, looking at the bear with metal armor on it.
Like I said, a bunch of degenerates with in the world.
I don't even know what to say.
Hey, this world is weird already. All right.
The cat on her shoulder is kind of like poking out its head from, so like it's on her shoulder, right? It kind of like goes behind her neck and pokes out the other side to look at Trinket. Just examines it. It's kind of a fat cat, honestly. A lot more
Boy.
plump, very thick legs and paws, and a very chubby neck, but most of the fat goes to his body and less to the face, but he's a chub for sure. He's very comfortable with Cora, but is kind of uneasy when he sees other people. So what do you guys plan to do with this bear? Is it your pet?
Pretty much. I think
Of
we're
course.
gonna take him with us.
Yash,
He's basically just like a big dog.
I
feel
can
like you
tell.
noticed that by now.
Yasha kind of turns to you, Arya, and says, "You guys can take him to my apartment if you wish."
Are you sure that wouldn't be too much trouble?
I mean, how long are you planning to stay?
Honestly, we were planning to get our information and then go to Gilmore's, and then that was kind of it. Maybe go over to Mojado to get our boat. But other than that, we have no other business here other than get our information to Gilmore.
Yasha, excuse me, Ford says, it was my understanding that Gilmore wouldn't be here for another 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wait, that's actually a good question. That's actually good reasoning. Okay, then we may have to get our boat after this. For now, we'll be staying in town for maybe
Like
3
probably
days,
like
2 weeks.
That sounds
Maybe
about right.
possibly till Gilmore arrives. We still have information. We still have some things to talk with him.
If I may, what are you trying to get out of him? And it's at that point that a large bell, dong, dong, on the top of the castle of the university rings, and a bunch of the students start packing up their shiz and getting up to move to class.
Well, like you and Yasha have your own private meeting, we have our own private matters.
I will leave it at that. Apologies if I got a little too personal there, Mr. Dyer.
Hey, it's completely fine.
Fine.
And did I hear that correctly, that you guys are purchasing a ship?
We purchased it like a couple weeks ago. Well, commissioned one to be built for us.
Yasha's ears, not like ears, but like she kind of perks up at this mention. You guys are getting a ship.
We
Yeah.
sometimes we need to go. We have like a sort of a commission to head to the Brinstar, but we didn't really want to trouble Avanta times, so we decided let's get our own ship.
It's very considerate of you, but trust me, Avantika really loves you folks. Yasha says, "You said you're heading to Paramahano.
Yeah, that's what we planned to before some thieves get the wrong idea and try to.
Do you even have a crew?"
Yeah, that's the issue. Well, as much as we have the money to hire a crew, we don't have an income, so.
I suppose that's not really here nor there of my business, but where did you get the money? I mean, I'm assuming you got a pretty decently sized sloop, right?
Let me think. If I were to assume, if I'm remembering correctly, we commissioned it to be. Dyer kind of like points to like one building to like another building, like the rough edge, like the rough length of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
About that, kind of that big.
They both kind of like freeze. You mean a galleon?
Is that what ship terms are called?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a galleon, but
It's easily the same size about Avantika's boat. Avantika's boat is a galleon.
well,
Would you say that's
Unless-
about the same size?
we haven't seen the boat yet, but it probably is that big.
Very well. Well, I would very much like to hitch a ride with you at some point or another, Yasha says.
That was actually what I wanted to
Wait.
talk to you about. I was wanting to commission you to see if you can build us whatever those cannons of yours are to arm our boat.
Mm-hmm. Cannons, you say?
God.
And she turns kind of to look at the port AVR, and all of the ships leaving and entering the harbor. I've been thinking of some designs. I think that could work.
Good to hear.
But in payment, could I ask to hitch a ride?
Sure. I mean, you're one of our friends, and if you need any drinks, we can surely spare you some.
Oh, it's not golden drinks that I need. It's information. And Ford kind of looks at her. And Cora kind of steps forward and says, "Well, the bell rang a few minutes ago." And you guys look around, and the campus is mostly empty at this point right now, like the outward grounds.
Do you have a class, Cora?
Not quite. Not at the moment, but there is some things that I would like to get done. And she
Alright,
kind of hitches her backpack onto one of her shoulders, and it was nice meeting you.
Oh, before you leave, do you know where Professor? Let me see my notes just to make sure it's the right name.
Willen?
Yeah, Professor Willen is.
Oh, it's actually where I'm heading right now.
Oh, well,
What's that for?
mind if we hitch a ride with you then?
Ah, are you asking to walk with me? And she winks at you.
Dear Lord.
I am.
His character forgot about that part of her character.
I kid, of course. Yes, I can show you right to Professor Willen. Yasha and Ford kind of turn to each other, and Yasha kind of stops you guys and says, "Wait, before you guys leave, I need to make sure that. How long are you staying here?"
Now that I think about it, I could probably get our commissioner to hire a crew to send the boat this way, so maybe 2-3 weeks.
Also, why exactly? Does that matter?
I was hoping in exchange for building your cannons, at some point or another, you guys could get me a ride to certain places. Of course, Avantika could provide that service, but she's got her own life. I don't want to bother her.
So you want to bother us? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
of
that's
course,
completely fine.
in exchange for building your cannons.
That's fine.
Now,
We're asking for a big thing.
we can talk specifics later, but, I will see you later tonight at my apartment. You should have the address with you.
Alright.
I actually need to go to your apartment like right now to drop Trinket off.
Yeah, and the soldiers are kind of just like the cart is already moved off, like without Trinket, and Trinket is just kind of like chilling.
There's like a plank of wood on the there's like a plank of wood like being dragged across.
You know what? Yeah, yeah, that happens, and and Trinket is just kind of sitting there, glaring at one of the soldiers that is just kind of has a spear to just like stay back kind of thing, while they wait for you guys to figure out where you're going.
I just kind of like
I
look at the
thought
guard
you
and just kind of
mentioned-
yell out. I just yell out to that one guard with the spear, like, "You can put the spear away, you lad. He's completely fine."
Make a persuasion check.
Holding it, man.
All right.
Arya, what were you saying?
Well, I was saying as Jaina that Yasha and Ford have not even like noticed at all that Zinquin isn't with us.
That is true.
They don't care.
Jester is like off by a barricade of like a stone barricade, looking at the port and just kind of taking it all in. Yasha goes up to Jester and they kind of start talking and laughing. They hug again, and they kind of start walking together back to the group. And what would you guys like to do?
Well, I'd say, I guess Arya could go drop Trinket off,
I'm gonna go to Yasha's apartment.
and while she does that, everyone else can follow Cora.
Very well. All right. Is that what you guys wish to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Alrighty.
So where do you guys want you after I'm done dropping off Trinket?
Oh, good question. Probably just meet back here.
Okay.
I think that
There we
will.
go.
I think that would work. Jester kind of chimes in. Or that, or either Yasha's apartment, if that's okay with you. Oh, of course, of course. And Cora has already started making her way.
All right. Well, I'd say everyone but Arya can start following.
Mhm.
And as Arya goes, drop.
All right. We'll start with Cora's group.
Oh yeah.
Cora's cat kind of just is just chilling on her shoulder, that kind of thing, looking around on the stone barricades. As you guys are walking down this hallway,
How
large
strong
stone
is
arches.
Cora's shoulder to hold a whole cat on it.
It's make a perception check.
Oh.
I don't care that much.
Got roll the die. Oh no, you rolled the die.
Forgot to D&D Beyond.
Fiend.
Nope, we didn't check DMs.
Oh, apologies.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm not positive.
Positive.
Yes, yes,
PID is target.
Yeah.
you have. Oh, that would explain a lot. The Minecraft server was running on the background of my computer.
That's probably why then. Frames go up by like 5,000%. Your CPU, you can hear the fans in your computer like slowly start to slow down, not go as fast. That's a dirty 20 or natural?
Yeah, wait.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay. She's pretty built, but you know, I was gonna roll to see if she thought you were staring.
Oh.
Anyway, you guys walk down the hallway of this university, and you hear the waterfall not too far, and along the walls of this stone building complex, there are this foliage and flowers. It's a very well kept building, and you are going down this hallway, and imagine this bridge almost of a balcony almost, and there's stone arches as the structure, and showing the beautiful view of the water stretching out miles and miles. The sunlight is kind of just reflecting right into your eyes, but it's just that scenery is what kind of puts the ensemble of this location in place. As you guys walk for a while, Yasha and Ford have been talking kind of quietly to each other on this walk, and they stop and say, "Well, we'd love to follow you, people, but I think we need to be off now. We'll meet you back at my apartment. How does that sound?"
We'll meet you there.
All right, sounds good. And they both kind of nod at each other, and they go up a flight of stairs that leads into a different section of the campus. You guys walk for another minute or ish, 2 minutes, and you guys get to a very nice looking hallway with like 3 doors on either side. It goes up to the ceiling goes pretty tall, and there's a sunroof in letting in a bunch of sunlight, and the carpet is red with gold lining, and there is just very nice, well kept aesthetic to this area. And Cora knocks on the door one of the doors that has a large plate with the name Willin engraved to the side. She waits a moment, opens it. She kind of pokes her head in from your perspective, and says, I have some people that want to see you. Okay. Go in there. She turns back to you and says, go in there. And she kind of
Alright.
opens the door
Go
fully.
I'm gonna turn my ringer off real quick. It's off, and my phone still did not give a care.
Nice.
Did not give a care. Oh, it's 420, by the way.
Oh right. Tape it in.
What do you guys do?
Oh
I
wow.
walk in.
Jester is the first one in.
No, I said
And-
brr.
Okay. Very well. Fine. You and
I-
Jester are the first two into the
I
room.
Going.
So,
As you enter the room, it's a lecture hall almost. Think like, so imagine if you were to cut off a portion of a donut. That's that shape, a trapezoid. That's the shape, a rounded trapezoid. And at the smaller edge of the trapezoid, the smaller end, there is a table and like a lectern and a woman standing there, and in front of those lecterns are rows of seats. There's a chalkboard on the wall, and there's a chandelier that has lit candles on it.
I got a question to say, Gub. Is there one exit in this room?
Yes.
Is there any windows?
Yes.
Like how many?
Like 3.
Okay, I just for some reason I got precautious to because what I feel like what I'm gonna say to Will really make her want to full time. So I was
You're arachnid.
yeah, that's what I worried that. I mean, that's what I'm thinking it may happen. So I was
Why are
wondering.
you gonna restrain her?
Well, if she starts running, then
Oh my
probably.
God.
Well, not kidnap. No, not that.
Okay,
That's
that's not different.
yeah.
oh, she
Anyways,
starts running.
Cora closes the door after exiting the room, however, leaving you guys to Willin.
all right.
I've got a lot to do today. How can I help you? She looks up and scans you.
Dyer like the front of her desk and just says, "I'm gonna cut straight to the point. Vilken sent us. And
Vilken, you say?
Vilken, we want to know more about the arachnine."
Her face goes cold. She stares right into you. Please leave before I ask you again.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
She's a tall and stern, pale woman. She's got big round glasses and dark, wavy hair.
Okay, sorry. Bye.
Mace steps up to leave the room and exits. Jester says. Jester kind of face palms.
Maybe not the best approach, but we could release this information. I'm sorry brought up any bad memories of yours, but we really need this information. If you need anything from us, whatever item you want from us, you can get it for you. I'm not asking for this for free, of course. If you want something from us, we can give what you need.
She kind of rubs her wrist, her left wrist with her right hand, which has a cloth over it, a wrapped bandage over it. I'm not going to ask again, Dragonborn. How can I be assured that you were truly sent by Vilken?
He should. Oh wait, I'm not there. My bad.
And
Well, that's the thing, though. If sending someone can only That's the thing, though. The sending stone is only towards Enya for one thing, and
Yeah.
only I would be the one to hear. Actually, here I pull out the sending stone, and I to Enya, and I ask her. I hand it to her, and I just say, "This is sent to Enya, one of Vilken's friends. You can use the stone to ask for Vilken, and you can confirm this."
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, please. I do believe that I have asked you twice.
Oh, she's scary. I don't like her.
I will not tolerate any pushing or prodding. If you think I have anything to do with that cult, you are severely wrong, and you've only heard it by rumor. Please,
And Cindy
Leave.
specifically. Fair enough.
she points to the door.
If that's what you wish.
Just give her some time, man. Let's just go.
Oh, should I say it? Oh no.
How did we originally?
Vilken had just said to us to say that we were sent from him. He never gave us anything to prove it that he did send from him. Oh wait. Oh dear. I asked for everyone else to leave the room while Dyer stays behind and then just goes.
I'll stay.
Right.
You're not.
Jester,
Dyer just says well, next time you probably want to keep that logo on your hand still covered up.
she glares at you. I really
Thank you,
don't
Fear.
want this to be ugly.
Neither do I.
Great thing to say.
Anymore, none of that. But if you really do want us to leave, we can go.
Wait, so did Jaina leave the room?
Jaina's is
Over there.
Oh, my bad.
Mace is outside, and Jester
I'm just twiddling my thumbs.
Jester comes up to you, Dyer, and kind of taps your shoulder.
what is it?
Don't you think you're kind of being a little too blunt? And she winks at you and walks out.
Being too blunt. How?
What is the only way I speak?
She stands up from her she gets up away from her lectern and goes to a drawer.
Oh no, he's gonna pull out a gun.
Has a flintlock.
He just pulls out a Glock 18 and is like, alright, listen here.
Give you one more chance.
Dyer gets
I
up
don't
and
think he does.
Dyer gets up and begins to leave, but isn't going defenseless. I suppose you can say he knows about the opening the drawer or whatever. He's just waiting to see what her move is as he walks behind, showing his back kind of.
She pulls something out, and she has a dagger in her left hand.
I said we were leaving. I am giving you your wish.
Just leave. Just go.
I do not wish
don't
to
talk to her
fight.
anymore.
I
Just
do
go.
not wish to fight. I am leaving.
She kind of looks at you from the side. Go.
Hey, Dyer, what happened?
So you open the door, close it behind you, and you hear Cora walking down the hallway, kind of walking down the hallway just past, and she kind of does a side glance and then notices you guys are back in the hallway. What happened?
Cora, and I wink at her.
Let's just say we couldn't really get what we needed from her, unfortunately.
I'll go back in there. I'll go convince her if you want me to.
You.
Convince you guys.
You're
just
too blunt, and then I go back in.
Back in, I won't fight her, but I'll talk to her. I won't threaten her.
I didn't though. I just said I was gonna put it straight. I was gonna go straight to it. I didn't say anything that I would assume would be threatening.
I'm gonna go back in there and I'm.
What
gonna
did you
go
say
have
to
a
her?
civil
And
conversation.
Cora says that as she kind of pushes through your guys' kind of grouping, and she goes to open the door.
Idea. I
I'll
like
go
Dyer
back
stops.
in.
Dyer stops in and says, "As everyone here says, apparently I've been possibly too blunt. And looking back on it, I guess I was, but I really don't think it would be a great idea to go into that room right now."
She
fine.
tries
Good on you guys.
begins twisting the handle.
Dyer's like kind of
That's
like
fine, Josh.
says like,
It's your funeral.
if you want to go in that room, fine. But I did tell you.
She opens it and slams it shut behind her.
All right, well, tell her.
I
And
smacked Dyer in the back of the head.
I'm gonna go make sure she's not dead, and I open the door.
Um. Um. You just open the door.
And I go in.
Cora is kind of exclaiming something to Willen, and they seem to be kind of arguing.
Oh, she's not dead, and I leave.
And okay, you walk right back out. Okay, that's fine.
She's not dead, by the way.
Can I try to eavesdrop?
Absolutely.
is that a stealth
Okay.
check?
Yep, that's a perception check
Perception. So what is your perception, Rogue?
to see if you perceive.
Josh, roll a d20.
If I can. Okay, 7 plus
7 plus 12.
19.
Oh dang.
I can't help you if you won't tell me. Why did you bring those people here? I don't even know what they want from you. Just calm down, please. Lock the door. What? Lock the door.
Oh,
Fine. You hear footsteps coming towards your direction, Sakura.
Wait, am I in the room still?
No,
yeah, I'm assuming
you're outside the door. So it's like it's a double door leading into almost like, think of a theater almost, but like a lecture room.
Should I risk it and put on my invisibility ring and go
Oh,
in?
right, you got that.
Just
You
pick the
can,
lock.
I guess. And if things go sideways, you can always just kick the door down. And
Or just lock pick it.
no, that's not. Jazzy has the invisibility ring though, so Jazzy can put it on and get into the room real quick to see what happens.
There, go do it. I'm all for it. Go.
I'm waiting for Jacob.
You
yeah.
tell me what to do. What you do.
Wait, can you describe me what it looks like again?
On the inside, you are outside of the room. You are eavesdropping from behind the door, but the room is. So I'm at a trapezoid. So imagine like two doors. You open it, and it's like an opening into a big rounded
Crescent.
yeah, I guess crescent that goes down like almost like steps, a rounded staircase. And at the center is a lectern and the wall where she uses to teach. If that makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna give. Okay, oh wait. Leon, make an excuse that I really. And just lean on the. Then I put on the invisibility ring and try to get in.
Make a dex check or stealth check.
What?
It's
Make a stealth check.
Can I just
Yeah,
kind
ask the rogue that though.
of follow her and just like lay
Does it a
down on
plus
the top
13
row
for
of the
your thing,
seat.
Jazzy?
And just like lay down and listen.
What?
Is your thing a plus 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 plus 13, 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you slip in pretty quietly. The door doesn't even creak a little bit. Not even a little bit. You're in there. and Cora is about to walk into you.
I hurry to the side.
Okay, you kind of shuffle off to the side, and she walks right past you, sighing. She locks the door, locks the other one. She turns around, and Willen says, "Call security, please. What do you want me to say? You won't even tell me, Mom."
Mom!
What a plot twist.
Cora kind of walks
I mean, I
down
don't know that.
back to the lectern. Willen is holding what appears to be a sending stone, and she's like, "They obviously tortured Vilken. To get that information out of him, I do not blame him. I have to let him know that I have to move, and that his information has compromised me." Cora comes up to her and is like, What did they even ask about?" And Vilken, Willen looks at Cora, like, just kind of, like, a stare. She sighs. And she approaches Willen and takes her hand and starts massaging it. "Look, I know you've been hurt. But if Yasha and Ford can trust them, it's gotta mean something, right? You mean that rat that tried to sell me a peg leg? She was trying to help your injury, Mom. Point is, I'm sorry that they asked you that, but I think you're in a unique position." She sets the sending stone down. "You don't know what it's like, Cora." "I don't. I'll admit to that. To be fair, I don't really know them either. But I do know Yasha. And I saw the look that she gave them. That's gotta mean something." Sakura, make another perception check.
Josh, do it.
So, okay.
19 plus 12.
That's a 20. That's a 37.
Willen kind of turns around. Excuse me. Willen is facing the wall, so you can only see her back. And you're able to notice a tear drop from her face.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Cora kind of approaches her and hugs her from the side. "Does this mean we have to move?" "It means I have to move." "Okay. That's fine," Cora says. "I'll be on my way out." She starts walking out up the stairway. "Cora, wait." She turns to the side. "Talk to them first." "Okay." And then she kind of goes back to her drawer, and Cora unlocks one of the doors, opens it, and steps out.
All right. I mean, what else can we do? Can't exactly run away from the door now.
Sakura, you are inside with Willin alone.
What?
You're still with Willin.
Assassinate
Oh,
her.
Keep looking at her. Just keep
keep staring at her back, just like.
Slit her throat.
What are you gonna
What?
slit her throat.
do? You walk up with a knife.
Um.
Just keep watching her, I guess.
All right. You guys see Cora exit the room. And she closes it. Can you guys back off a little bit?
For why?
From Willin, or do you want us to back away from? You know what? Questions. Dara just kind of like walks further, or like kind of farther away.
You mind, like, expanding on that? Is there a reason? You
Look.
doing something wrong?
Look, I get it. You're on a tight schedule, but could you do me a favor, please? Just give her some
Of course.
space. Just give her some space and time. I'm sure she'll reconsider if you let me talk to her and give her the
Alright.
benefit of the doubt. No one gains anything if you act rationally, but that is something you have uncovered a wound
You seem
that
awfully...
is quite unhealed.
seem awfully acquainted with one of your professors.
Look, let's put it this way. She was there for me when someone else wasn't. Willin and I have been good friends for quite some time. Look, I don't know you people. I won't pretend to. But seriously, just give her time. Explain your reasonings, and she'll open up. But it's not gonna go anywhere if you are going to go and make her feel attacked when she's trying to feel vulnerable.
All right.
Alright. Arya, you got you walk away. Arya, you walk away from you get the trinket, and the soldiers turn to you and say, "You seriously have a bear as a pet?"
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
They just kind of blink, staring at you. Look, whatever, just...
Would you not want a bear as a pet?
No, not even in 1,000 years. And he kind of just, like, eyes trinket from the side. Look,
But look
I-
at him, he's so cute.
I'll let you off easy, 1,000 gold fine, but you cannot bring animals of this size and, frankly, of this type into city quarters. It makes people nervous.
Yeah,
He hands you a paper. It reads, it's a fine for 1,000 gold
okay, so do
for
I
for
remove
negligence
10
of public comfort.
Disturbing the public and disturbing the peace.
PDA? What?
So he hands you the paper.
platinum do I remove?
How much it's divide that by 10, right? So 100 platinum.
Okay.
Yikes, that's a whole lot of money.
Yeah,
Okay, I
expensive.
still have 4,305 platinum.
Look, just take him somewhere else, but we'll leave you on the fine and no jail time. Sound good?
Yeah.
If that fee
Can
is, if you find that fee is unfair, you can contest it in court. But I don't think that'll go anywhere. Very well. I'll let you off. Come on, boys.
Okay,
They kind of lower their spears, and Trinket kind of just starts following you.
well, sorry, but you're gonna have to like stay in Yasha's apartment for a little while, because apparently you're scary. What do you mean?
He just blinks at you.
I wonder how Zinquin's doing. Should we message her?
He just tilts his head. Like a dog in Minecraft when you have steak.
No, she's still not here. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm assuming I have the send. Who has the sending?
You have the sending stone.
You don't want to mess with it.
I grab the sending stone and I'm like, "Hey, Sequin, I'm just checking up on you again. We just barely again. You know, wondering how you're doing. You're still safe, right? Okay, bye. Love you."
Wondering how you are. It cuts off.
I forgot that I have a word limit.
So reaching out through the ether, these words are sent. You wait a moment. Yasha and Ford? Have they kissed yet? Also, I'm still okay. Don't worry about me. But I'm afraid I may be away longer than I originally hoped.
No.
And that's it.
That's it. That's the whole message. Trinket is just kind of sitting there, right in front of you. People are passing by. The sounds of the water under the bridge below is it kind of fills up the surrounding area.
Wait, are we not walking to Yasha's house?
Not yet. You have not said that yet. So.
Oh, well, I was imagining.
Oh, you're good.
Wow.
Okay, so I'll say that happens while you're walking then. Just to save time.
Okay,
My
bad.
As you make your way down through the city, lots of people are busy going from A to B, you know, that kind of thing. But a lot of the economy, as you clearly notice, is very postage based, and lots of Aarakocras fly in and land with satchels full of letters and bags of holding, that kind of thing. And you get to the directions that Yasha had given you guys, and it appears to be kind of a rundown building, kind of cheap, but it's holding up. It's in the outskirts of the town, of the more urban town, and you get there. It's just kind of in an alley, and you don't really feel super safe, but there's an apartment building right in front of you. Okay. What would you like to do?
I go and knock on it just to make sure that it's not like a random person's apartment. I didn't get it wrong or whatever.
You hear footsteps. You kind of at eye level see nothing, and you kind of look down and see this gnome, this super old gnome. He's got frazzled hair and a long beard. He's got a cane. He's like,
Oh.
"Oh, Yasha, come in."
Okay. I'm
Oh.
actually Yasha's friend.
His back kind of cracks and crinkles. He makes forward. Oh, I didn't expect you to see you back so soon, Yasha. Oh. He's got spectacles on, and Trinket kind of squeezes through the front door. And then, a piece of the wood kind of breaks of the frame of the door, of Trinket forcing himself in. And the old man kind of goes to a little stand. It kind of looks like a bar, but he goes behind the desk. It's kind of got a swing door, and you hear him pick up something that jingles and comes out, and he's got a ring full of keys on it. He's like, "Here we are, Miss Asnir," and he hands you a rusty silver key.
Okay, thanks.
Ah, you're welcome. Ah, this must be Rose. And he pats Trinket on the snout.
A little.
I give up at this point.
A lot bigger than I expected, but she's quite cute. And Trinket kind of just looks at you.
Just don't question it. We're just gonna play along, I guess.
And he points you upstairs to a hallway with a room in it, with an apartment in it. That should be the first one on your left. Just make sure Mrs. Rose doesn't make too much of a mess up there.
Oh, okay.
Well, good day, Miss Hasnier. Oh.
Thanks.
He
Have a good
he
day.
pushes the door open again and walks back into the back room. Back room.
Okay. Can I like try and take Trinket so that he doesn't like
Destroy it.
so he's like softer
Absolutely.
and doesn't break too much more doors. Okay.
Right. So you go up to Trinket and undo some of the straps, kind of pick off the, I want to say saddle, but more accurately the underbelly leather guard, and carefully slide the metal, this thick of metal. It's super heavy, but you're able to slide it off, and it kind of and kind of spins around like a disc. And you're able to go behind his ears and like unclip one of the straps and take off his head plate, set it on top of the other metal, and he kind of like stretches and kind of shakes like a dog that's wet.
That probably feels so much better.
His hair is all floofy.
Okay, I try and see if he can fit through the door.
He steps on one of, he takes a step on the staircase, and he takes another step, and he as he takes step by step up the staircase, and he makes a turn. He can barely fit, and he forces himself in, and he goes up. So imagine it only goes up to one other floor, but it kind of goes up and then makes a turn and then goes up again, if that makes sense. And he kind of forces himself through, and the pathway that's led in front of you is a massive hole, just indent of splinters and broken wood and every other step that Trinket made. And as you take a step, it feels way unsturdy. And,
Okay, this probably isn't gonna work.
Trinket's waiting at the first door.
Okay. I start dragging him down, and then we just walk back out. I'll wait out here and see if he can do anything.
No, you made it to the apartment door. You're
Well,
right
yeah,
there.
But he's too heavy. Floor very stable. He's gonna fall out any second.
Nah, the
No,
floor.
he-
is
no,
completely
so not the
fine.
floor, but the staircase is what was creaking and breaking. He made it up to the
So,
second floor, and he's just fine.
It was just the staircase.
Yeah, the
Okay.
staircase that was
Never mind.
creaking and old.
I'll pay for that.
You get up to the door. There's a keyhole on it.
I put the key in.
Oh, you open it. Very wide open space. And as you enter the room, there's a towel that's been folded and tied up to look like an elephant on one bed.
I see. Well, Trinket in, and
Okay,
I'm like,
he
I
squeezes
just
in.
kind of yell out to make sure that this is the right room. Like, is anybody in here?
No response.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I put Trinket in. I give him then some a bowl with some food in it, and
Mhm.
okay, well we're just gonna wait here a bit.
Absolutely. As you're unpacking your stuff, Miss Asneer.
Yes.
Is this your metal bowl down here?
Metal bowl?
The armor.
Oh, I didn't bring the armor with me? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll come get that in a second.
Oh, no worries. That's it. That's the last you heard of him for that at that moment. As you're unpacking the bowl and stuff, you notice that Yasha's stuff is on one side of the bed and Ford's stuff is on the other side. There's a table.
Whoa.
There's a
Where's my-
table with an open book and an open satchel that's kind of spilled out a little bit. A bunch of vials on the floor. That being said, I'm gonna say we're gonna come back to our group. Now seeing as we probably have about 20 minutes left of this session, we
I'm gonna have to
can
leave before that.
yeah we can call it now if we want, or we can continue. It's up to you guys. What would you guys like?
I mean, I still have to go get ready and stuff.
That's fair.
I don't really like care what we do. I can get ready pretty fast.
Let's say I'll say that we'll end the session here, but mainly needed to get through that little portion, and yeah, so I appreciate it. It was a little slower than the last few sessions, but
Also, it was really
that'll
short.
happen. Yeah, it was really short too, so appreciate everyone coming and watching and playing. Thank you so much for watching.
It was
So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.